Hello again, Bill. I have ripped up most of my underbase, old base, whatever you want to call it. There's a little bit left of the building and then on the farm, but all of where the dinosaurs were standing is gone. I've dragged them all up here in various shapes and sizes. I don't know why that brontosaurus has his foot up like that. And I've started expanding this area. Now I've also started ripping apart my castle. You can see into the wall there. I mean, you could if it wasn't fucking dark. Because I didn't like how... I think I mentioned that before, but I'm not sure if you actually heard it, because it might have been cut off. That the flooring's all fucked up because I didn't know how to do uneven building. Building on uneven surfaces. Which, by the way, wildcard, there aren't really even surfaces in this game. It's not like it's fucking Minecraft. So maybe you should have made it a little bit less clunky to, fuck. Got lucky there. Anyway. I've also done a ridiculous amount of inventory management since I got back. But you haven't really missed much. Basically just that, walking around kind of stuff. Putting more floors in. Now, rather than putting walls up, I don't know if you saw it, but I've been putting up this fencing. I like that a lot more. I've got most of the dinosaurs camped around that feeding trough. I've got a feeding trough at the other end. And magically, those two feeding troughs, I just got lucky. They're pretty much exactly the distance that I need. Because there was I walked him to the point where that feeding trough wouldn't feed him. And I'm like, oh, that's quite a distance. But then I put it in the corner because I already put all the fencing down. And then he started getting fed by the other one. So it's the perfect length. I got really lucky. It wouldn't have been the end of the world if I had quote-unquote fucked it up, but it would have meant I had to put more feeding troughs around. Yeah, I'm all good. Anyway, so, by the way, for some reason my windmill and the light is currently working even though it's nighttime. Sure. Make up your fucking minds, motherfuckers! So as I mentioned, this is kind of in pieces. I'm also considering building the quote-unquote castle just on the middle of this huge ramp that I've built. Because why not, right? And have the dinosaurs in kind of like 4 quadrants around it. Because this huge room I built, I don't actually need it to be even this big. because I'm not going to be building all the industrial stuff because it takes gasoline and I don't want to burn gasoline. So all these quote-unquote endgame thingamadoodles, I'm not even going to be building. I'm going to leave that there for now in case it's holding up some of these other floors. Now the benefit of building on this thing, especially if I build in this corner where it's kind of weird anyway, is I'm not going to have to like redo all this fucking pillar work, right? Because I'm already going to have a floor. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. As per usual. Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. Blame it on the stuff falling from the sky. And that's why I don't want to do a half-ass version, because you need to have the pillars, otherwise everything starts to fall down. And everything's kind of dependent on each other. Whereas over there, if, for example, some kind of dinosaur got loose and started eating all my shit, I'd still be fine, because they can take out whole sections and I can rebuild it. And only the stuff they actually attack and destroy will be destroyed. Everything else will be fine. Because everything has its own set of pillars. Anyway, I was just doing this basically for the last couple hours, which is why I wasn't recording, because I was just kind of sorting out breaking shit, and then building more shit, and then breaking shit, and then building more shit. You know, if I was smart, I would have just figured out a way to expand this thing. Whatever. So it's currently like 3:30, so it's like 2:30 your time, which means that in approximately 3 hours you get to drive home, and then in approximately 18 hours you'll actually make it home from your ridiculously long commute. And stuff. Get up there. don't touch the fabricator, the wall. Is the light out yet? No. That was a weird noise. Anyway, so I'm thinking, now that I've had more time to think about it, I think this corner over here, I'll leave that side for the dinosaurs. That's a pretty big space. And I will start building the castle here. And that way, it'll be the ramp where I can just go down to the raft. So that's my plan. Ah! Which means I need stone stuff. I've got a stone pillar. You know what? Maybe I'll just make it out of wood. I mean, look at this. Look at all the walls I got. Pretty sure I don't need all these seeds. Probably need to make a couple of doorways, but that's not a big deal. So what I want is a little bit of space so I'm not feeling too cramped and I can... There we go. So on one side I'll put the materials. Well, that's a little bit farther out than I would have liked, but whatever. Oh, I gotta change a setting while I'm doing that. No, not from here. Got. Well, that just crashed. Oh, God. Where is it? I guess it's an advanced. Yeah, collision. It's a long load. But hey, at least it's almost daytime, right? Oh, see? Can I see the thing through the wall? No. So I'll just put collision back on later. The reason why I want collision on is so I can kind of place these in a line. Like so. Comme ça. So I will likely need some more of those. But my plan is I'm going to have a narrow thing, right? I'm going to have a doorway here, so you can come in. And then on this side will be the actual crafting stuff. Fill the canteen! Jeez. Okay, and this, I didn't show you this before, but so these cloud your vision. These, the flowers, see how I'm all like crazy? If there are dinosaurs nearby, not tamed, but like wild dinosaurs, even if they're like a stegosaurus, they will attack you. Because you're releasing like war pheromones. Well, that's not how I wanted that to look, is it? Stop that! That looks like ass. I know, I should have just made the doorway, but